Another day, another horrendous poll for our commander in calamity, Joe Biden. Almost half of registered voters say any Republican nominee would be a better choice than Biden.
Here now, comedian and Fox News contributor Tom Shillue. Tom, how do you do?
Doing well.
And comedian Michael Loftus. Michael, good to see you as well.
Good to be here.
Okay, Thomas Shillue, what do you make of these polls? Unpack it.
You know, this is what you always see. Obviously, he's very unpopular. Very few people like Joe Biden.
True.
But the thing that you can't get cocky with Republicans because just like you remember Mitt Romney said it, 47%, they go Democrat no matter what. They only need 3%. 47 always goes Democrat. Doesn't matter if it's a mailbox that's running. And so all they got to do is win over those 3%.
The mailbox is running.
Yes, I know it is true. So, you know, but that's the thing is that his personal popularity doesn't matter as much because, like I said, they're going to just so many people just check Democrat automatically.
They should run a mailbox, actually, instead of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Or Mike Dukakis. He's still alive.
You could run Mike Dukakis as a Republican, and according to this poll, he'd win. That's great. You know who's really insulted by this? The people who tell Biden what to do. They're like, man, nobody likes us. It's like America's a car. We used to take that car into Jiffy Lube, and Donald Trump would have that thing rolling. Now we're taking this car into this Joe Biden guy, and he's like, I looked at the oil, and I looked at the tire pressure, and you're like, dude, just put some gas in it. We got to go. I've got crescent wrenches that run on solar. Dude, shut up. We have to go. I love it when Biden goes on vacation. Because then we have a chance of actually doing well as a country.
Of catching up. You know, you guys are two comedians. No, this is not a joke. We're going to tell you about this story. You can't make it up. Elites in Illinois were set to host a poverty simulation event at a country club. At a country club where they would pretend to be poor for 2.5 hours to increase poverty awareness. Due to backlash, they have decided to cancel the event for this weekend, but hope to reschedule soon. Tom, what do you think about these elites at a country club taking 2.5 hours pretending to be poor to relate with the poor?
I do that every day. In between lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there's like 2.5 hours. I don't eat a thing. It's like I'm living in poverty. And then I hit my next meal. No, of course, it's totally insensitive. But it started me thinking about almost every charity event you go to. It's the finest china. People, you know, whenever you're raising money for anybody, you know, you're eating lobster. It's, you know, we're all hypocrites at these charity events, right?
I could say something about that. They shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go to those events because the money is being spent on your lobster, Tom, instead of the needy children or animals or whatever.
This wasn't even a fundraiser.
No, I know, but what are they going to do to learn about being poor at a country club?
Well, here's what you do. You purge them is what you do. Like while they're there at the how poor am I now thing, you go to their house, you burn it to the ground. Right? You just eliminate everything they own. And then when they go home, they'll have a real experience. Steal their identities.
Unfortunately, due to an overwhelming onslaught of negative public misinformation, the poverty simulation scheduled for 9/9, it's canceled. While we believe these types of events start community conversations that are crucial to combating poverty, the extensive social media response has overshadowed the event's purpose. We understand the decision to cancel this event and hope it will be rescheduled soon. Don't reschedule it. Don't do it.
I'm not a firebug, but I would sign up to do some arson.
Right?
I would
As they're driving, that was horrible. Boy, having those off-brand martinis is that smoke coming from our house?
But also, you have it at a country club. All right, we have a little bit of time. Let's get to this. A pathological fear of climate change. It's getting totally out of control.
Now a mother of two is concerned as she expects her third child because of climate change, saying, quote, when I first started trying to have a kid 8 years ago, I didn't think about climate or the planet. But in the years since, now expecting my third, it's become harder not to look at my kids without being acutely aware of how smoky and scary and fudged everything is. Loftus.
I read this article, and she's been terrified her whole life. She's like, oh, there's an ice age coming. There's a hole in the ozone. Everything that she was terrified of never came to pass. So the article should be like, I'm an idiot, and it's a miracle I found someone who wants to reproduce with me.
Tom, I have 9 kids. I am a climate terrorist, and I hold that badge proudly.
Yes, and it's so true. This is the people who were raised on the global warming hysteria. She even says it in the first line. She says, from the moment that I had a sense of the world, I had a sense that it was finite and we were destroying it. Because ever since kindergarten, they were raised on this stuff.
Tom and Michael, thank you very much.